Minister wa Kigina thirikari nene John Mbadi muthenya wa retha kenda nethira akithoma Mbanjeti Ya batumira mwaka Nairobi ukambire mweri twitite yo mwanja rethirite nende akithoma Mbanjeti nene bru ya trilioni 4 isili iranio ya euro bru ndene ya history ya Kenya. Mbanjeti thomi mbere ya mbunge kuringana na watho na ethirite aitariria mantu mwanya rubakethira bakiria marandu na kinya mbesire babangirite ndwangi mwanya kiri mwaka wa thirikari yo 2025-2026. Alamisi muthenya, Minister wa Kigina John Mbadi na thomere Mbanjeti ya mwaka wa thirikari 2025-2026 ya trilioni 4 ishili. Mbadi awite rwangiro remi ni rwathuriri bilioni 47 kurungamira mantu mwanya.
Mr. Speaker, the government will continue to transform the agriculture sector by increasing productivity in key value chain such as fisheries and aquaculture, horticulture, food crops, livestock and rangeland development. The government will scale up support to farmers through input financing, subsidies and extension services. This will move the country from food deficit to food surplus, reduce reliance on food imports and revamp export crops. Mr. Speaker, in this respect, I have proposed an allocation of 47.6 billion for various programs under this sector, despite the fact that agriculture is largely devolved.
Na tumirite kwayana kwa bilioni 3.8 kurungamira barabara na miunda na kuthiria nkujani cha ithaka.
Mr. Speaker, the government is also committed to land reforms to address historical inequalities, promote equitable access and ensure sustainable land management. To this end, I have proposed a sum of 3.8 billion for settlement of the landless. I have also proposed 1.1 billion for processing and registration of title deeds. Another 712 million for digitization of land registries, another 200 million for georeferencing of land parcels, and 220 million for construction of land registries to safeguard legitimacy of land ownership.
Milioni 300 ichiendegethetu kuongela Kigina Kiasla Fund gukiria biashara banini.
Mr. Speaker, the government recognizes the challenge of accessing affordable credit by most micro, small and medium enterprises and Kenyans at the bottom of the pyramid. To address this challenge, I have proposed an additional allocation of 300 million to the Financial Inclusion Fund, popularly known as the Hustler Fund, to scale up access to credit for households and MSMEs. I have also proposed an additional 308 million for the Youth Enterprise Development Fund, 550 million for the Center for Entrepreneurship Project, and 1.3 billion for Rural Kenya Financial Inclusion Facility.
Rwangiro gimaroteti nyuma nararongeli bilioni ya 38 kuma kire bilioni ya 43.
Mr. Speaker, access to quality and affordable health care through the Universal Health Coverage program is central to this government. Towards this end, Mr. Speaker, I have proposed an allocation of Kenya shillings 138.1 billion, up from 123 billion in the current year's budget, to the health sector to support various activities and programs. This includes 6.2 billion for universal health coverage, coordination and management, 13.1 billion for primary health care, and that is up from 7.1 billion in the current year, and 430 million to provide medical cover for the orphans, elderly, and disabled persons in our society. Mr. Speaker, to lower cases of HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis, and enhance vaccines and immunization program in the country, I have proposed 17.3 billion for the Global Fund and Kenya shillings 4.6 billion for vaccines and immunization programs respectively.
Kirimantu yo karia Mbadi nendegethetie bilioni 35 kirimantu yo karibu ndene na wathani bo matura.
In this regard, I have proposed an allocation of 202.3 billion for defense. Another 125.7 billion for the National Police Service and 51.4 billion for the National Intelligence Service. Another 32.5 billion for internal security and national administration, and 38.1 billion for prison services. I have also proposed an additional allocation of 10 billion to cater for leasing of police motor vehicles and 3.6 billion for police modernization program.
Na hiyo michezo na dolari bilioni 29.7 kuringa njeki michezo untwire na manto igi utalii.
To stimulate tourism growth, sports, culture, recreational and arts, Mr. Speaker, in order to harness national pride, empower our youth and position Kenya as a regional beacon of talent and heritage, I have proposed an allocation of 29.7 billion to support sports, culture and recreation as well as tourism. This proposed allocation includes 13.5 billion for the Sports, Arts and Social Development Fund, 2.3 billion to establish an automation and digitization system for the sports registrar, 241 million for the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya to make Kenya remain competitive in the athletics and other sports, 402 million for Sports Kenya, 245 million for the Kenya Academy of Sports, 8.2 billion for the Tourism Fund, and 4.8 billion for Tourism Promotion Fund.